Check 1 2 1 2. All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone above, below, or in between. Welcome to another Twitter Convo. Now, it totally amazes me the strange state that our video game industry happens to be. You know, the business end of it and all. A lot of us figured that after a while, things would start balancing out. There'd just be a ton of great ideas after great ideas after great ideas after all the nonsense from the other companies that just wanted to milk the customer for early access and DLC and all this other stuff. We figured eventually that it would just mellow out, but eventually, unfortunately, what happened was a lot of companies just started falling to the wayside. Like LucasArts, they got out of business, and they just shut down and sold their property rights and all that other stuff to EA. Another good example is THQ. They shut down. They're having to sell out. And another good one, which is SNK, they had to shut down, and I think Capcom bought them out. But there's a lot of problems, and we see a lot of game developers just getting out of the professional AAA industry, and they're just going independent. And we've already seen this with the creators for Mega Man. We've already seen this with creators for Castlevania. And, there's just more and more and more getting out there. And I had a strange conversation with somebody who's just under the impression that the indie scene is never going to get better. And I disagree. I have to disagree because I've seen this with comics before. Back in the day with Marvel Comics was king of the hill and DC Comics was king of the hill. And there was a couple of folks that tried like Dark Horse, Valiant, and there's a couple of folks that had some staying power, but still they just can't hang on just as well to create a better, some decent competition, so to speak. And eventually there was a bunch of people, writers and artists, primarily artists. They just had it up to here with their respective companies, and they just went out and struck out on their own. They banded together and they made Image Comics, and after that, we just had a world of great reading material for an entire decade plus, if you understand my meaning. When Image Comics got started, it just changed the entire world of comics. And I see the same opportunity that can happen here in video games. If a lot of these professionals just banded together and just said everything to the side and just said, hey, we're gonna start our own company, and we're going to start our own business, and we're just going to get down and funky. We're just going to get down to it. We're just going to create a bunch of stuff, and we're just going to change the face of the business. If they actually did that and struck out and banded together, if they started their own version of Image Comics for the video game industry, I guarantee you everything would freaking change. Everything. Just with the snap of the fingers, man. You'd see all kinds of wonderful art just being made, because that's what I consider video games nowadays. It's just art. You would have all these wonderful products for us to buy, and you would see all that DLC crap fall to the wayside, or we'd see real DLC stuff that's worth buying. They wouldn't be cutting up their products for in the name of profit, because they don't even have a brand to stand behind. They don't even have a brand to contend. You know what I'm saying? They're brand new. So what I'm saying is there's no reason on God's green earth why this can't happen. And I just got through having a Twitter conversation with some fool that is certain that that's just never going to happen. The world's shit. Everything's shit. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, you know what, dude? We're going to unsub, and I'm not telling everybody else to unsub them. I'm just saying that this gentleman and I just have an issue, and I can no longer carry on conversation with him because it's clear he's got an agenda. And I checked out his profile. There's just no getting through to him. It looks like he's got his own little agenda to be a little punk, and that's just fine and dandy. But I'm so glad we had this conversation. I have to get out there and spread the word that, what, if all the old school developers just got together and made their own video game version of Image Comics, but They just did it for the video game industry. I guarantee, you'd see nothing but profits and good times and good games, and you would see all those other companies, they'd follow suit. Like Capcom and Konami and all that, and Square's, well, Square's doing all right, but I mean like EA, freaking EA. Oh my God, they aside from the first-person shooters, they have nothing. Similar thing goes with Microsoft. They destroyed Rare. I don't know why. Uh, Rare's still around and still exist, but they're getting a little bit of business with their Killer Instinct game. But I, I'm tired of seeing gaming just fall and turn into nothing. And there's definitely an opportunity for something to happen here. For all those that are short-sighted, that can't see that chance, that business opportunity that can be made, that's on you. And we don't have to agree on anything. We'll agree to disagree, and we'll leave it at that. But for the rest of you folks out there, there's definitely something that can happen. Just talk to your local game devs or any or your local circles or whatever, and see if there's an idea that can go that we can get circulating. See if there's a way that we can make a, I don't know, make a demand for something. Because if all these old former game devs just get together, oh my God, it's just going to be nothing but good times. But anyway, that's just my thoughts for the day. Good luck to all. Have a nice day. Peace. I'm out.